Friendship is a kind of building. It stands on the foundation of trust. It is like a bridge connecting the banks of a river, and that bank does not have the criteria of being a woman or a man. Pooja read out a message received on WhatsApp to her husband in a loud voice. A woman and a man can never be friends with each other. It is nothing but a bad mentality that masks its lust with a mask of politeness. Shiva Shankar said as usual, letting out his anger. Pooja's face fell. She put the phone on charge and walked towards the bathroom. Pooja and Shiva Shankar had been married for 5 years. The physical distance between them had ended on the first night, but the distance between their hearts had not been clearly defined until now. By the way, there was no religious difference between the two, but Shiva Shankar's ideas about the relationship between men and women were still from an ancient era. If Pooja tried to say something about men and women, Shiva Shankar would get angry in the same way. Both of them worked in different MNCs, multinational companies. In the morning, both of them were in a rush. By the time they returned home, it was night for both of them. Both of them got some leave on the weekends, but those 2 days would be wasted due to the rest of the work throughout the week. Shiva Shankar did not find it difficult at all because he was an introvert from the beginning. But due to the lack of words, Pooja was struggling to untangle the tangles of her mind. Pooja needed a friend who would be close to her heart. She wanted to share every secret with such a friend. She could get advice from that person in every difficult situation. She could spend time with him smiling in happy moments. In times of sadness, she wanted to forget her sorrows by leaning on his shoulder. When Pooja shared the idea of such a friend with Shiva Shankar, he would get angry. There is no husband to be together in good times and bad. What is the need for a separate man for that? A friend means that a man should be alone, not a woman. There can be no better friend than a mother or a sister, he would say, making her quiet. A husband can never be a friend because there is a sense of entitlement in his love. There is a sense of dominance over his wife. Women naturally have a feeling of jealousy. Even if a mother is a sister, it is okay. As for a mother, her words are always surrounded by an investment of morality. She speaks only from the heart, not from the mind. If I want such a friend, I should feel freedom even in his captivity. Even though Pooja said so much, Shiv Shankar would not be able to explain it. For any woman, a male friend is an emotional need, not a physical need. Raj entered Pooja's life during these days. Raj, who had joined the marketing department, had an attractive personality and was equally good in his behavior. He was a cheerful person. What Pooja felt when she saw him was that she could hold half a conversation just with the look in his eyes and his smile. Raj gradually became the favorite person in the entire office. She did not know when he knocked on the closed door of Pooja's heart. She was surprised by Raj's behavior. Pooja, who was well aware of Shiv Shankar's nature and firmly closed the door of her heart for Raj, but he was no match for Raj. He was such a fragrance. Can anyone stop the fragrance? Such a friendship between a man and a woman began between the two. Pooja had tried many times to keep her mind from getting used to that relationship. So she had so often been tormented by her husband's remarks to understand his tender feelings. Pooja started reading the pages of her book of life that she had never read before. They were so beautiful, those closed pages like those that were dripping with rainbow colors, fragrant, light as wings, shiny as the rays of the sun. Cool as ice, sweet as rock sugar. When she was with Raj, all the aspects of love were combined in him: fatherly affection, brotherly love, sisterly friendship. What he lacked was a sense of entitlement and a sense of dominance. Pooja was becoming addicted to Raj. Her day would not begin without talking to him. It felt essential for her to take Raj's advice for every task. Now she was openly discussing with Raj everything from sports to cinema, social issues to politics, and personal matters to public issues. There was no difference between them being men and women. They both handled their personal and sacred relationship. When they were both on the phone, it was not known how minutes turned into hours. Happiness was constantly exchanged between the two on social media, but neither of them violated decency. There was not a single obscenity in their messages or conversations. The friendship between them seemed to be between two individuals. But how could Pooja forget Shiv Shankar's nature? A person has to change his habits to become polite, but it is impossible to change his original nature. She was worried that she would lose Raj's friendship while thinking about Shiv Shankar. Therefore, she had hidden her friendship with Raj from her husband. Pooja's eyes, who had worked on her laptop until late at night, did not open early in the morning. She quickly finished her tea, packed a can for both of them, and went to take a bath. Then she hurriedly ate her breakfast and shouldered her bag. It's not too late today, she said to herself, saying goodbye to Shiv Shankar and stepping out of the house. Shiv Shankar was going to the office after a while, so he was sitting comfortably and eating his breakfast. She breathed a sigh of relief as she found an auto right at the corner. Auto driver, drive a little faster, otherwise I will miss my train. I have to give a presentation today. If I don't reach the office on time, my boss will be very angry, she said. I don't know whether Pooja was telling the auto driver on herself, but hearing her mumbling, the auto driver increased his speed. As soon as she reached the metro station, she found a train and a seat too. As she sat down comfortably, she remembered Raj. She smiled and reached for her purse to grab her mobile phone. But the mobile phone was not there. She searched her purse again and again, but if she had put it in it, she would have found it herself. Oh, is this what happened? I had put it on the mobile charger. I left it like that. How could I have made such a big mistake? The excitement on her face waned as she thought. What should I do now? What if Shiv Shankar checked my phone out of curiosity? What if he checked the messages Raj had sent? Shiv Shankar would definitely check her mobile. She had even told him to unlock her mobile screen. Now she started thinking how much better it would have been if she had not told him. What should I do now? Should I go back home and get the phone? But her husband had been looking at his phone all this time. If they had read Raj's messages, how would she face them? Pooja couldn't decide anything. She surrendered to the fate of time and started mentally preparing herself to face it. Raj had gone on a tour. He would definitely call her. As she was going to the office, she should call Raj from the landline and say, I forgot my mobile, don't call me on it. Pooja's brain was thinking very fast. She should face what happens now. If she respects her privacy and doesn't check her mobile, then there is no tension. If he had checked her mobile, if he asked about Raj, she should give a suitable answer. She would accept her friendship with Raj. Whatever the consequences, she had decided to be friends with Raj in her mind. Now her mind felt lighter. Even though she had made up her mind, the darkness that surrounded the house made her courage crumble. Whatever she was afraid of, it happened. How long has this been going on? How dare you send such a personal message to that wretched person? You must have inspired him to send it like this. What is the use of accusing others when our own material is fake? Anger, disappointment, and jealousy were all mixed in Shiva Shankara's voice. There is no such relationship between us as you point fingers at. Raj is my friend. You should know the standards of friendship, she said, aiming to end the argument. But how could such a big matter end so easily? Pooja's words of agreement were like pouring oil on the fire. It irritated Shivashankara's masculine ego. He began to grumble bitterly. Pooja began to internalize it. A kind of void spread between the two. That night she couldn't cook. After that incident, Shiv Shankar apologized for his behavior, but Pooja confined herself to herself. She would perform her duties like a machine whenever she was at home. It could be about food, going out, meeting someone, but even in bed she didn't express her wishes. She didn't even argue with anything. She just did her duty. Every day she went from home to the office as if a bird had released from its cage and was roaming in the open air. When she returned home in the evening, she would confine herself within herself like a turtle. Pooja was increasingly confused, worried, and anxious because her relationship with Shiv Shankar was no longer as exciting as before. She felt so much turmoil inside her that she wanted to tell someone about it. She wanted to share all this with Raj, but Raj was not in town. She understood Raj's uniqueness. He also had his own life, his own priorities, but who would listen to the words of the heart? She too always needed a partner, especially someone who did not impose any conditions. She had reached out to Shivshankar so many times, but he had put a shackle on the legs of her self respect. Pooja's disappointment was turning into depression in the swing between Raj and Shivshankar. Pooja, who had been awake for a long time at night, felt her head heavy when she woke up in the morning. When she tried to get up, her head turned and she fell down. Shivshankar jumped up and came closer, but thinking of something, he stopped suddenly. Pooja tried to get up again, but this time she was unsuccessful, so she looked at Shivshankar in disappointment. Without a moment's hesitation, he rushed towards her and lifted her up with his arms. Hey Pooja, you have a high fever. She liked her husband's concern very much. She sighed, thinking how good it would have been if Raj was with her now. By then, Shivshankar came home with ginger tea. Pooja looked at him gratefully. Shivshankar immediately called the doctor. The doctor prescribed her medicine and advised her to rest for a few days. Shivshankar called Pooja's office and requested a week's leave. He also took leave from the office. Shivshankar took care of Pooja like a little child. But Pooja often remembered Raj. She often looked at her phone as if she might receive a message from Raj. She thought that since Shivshankar was with her, she could not call Raj. But she thought to herself that she could at least send a message on WhatsApp. Pooja kept checking her mobile phone. But each time her disappointment increased. By afternoon, she was getting angry at Raj's neglect. The relationship between us is so sacred, yet why is he so afraid? If he doesn't respond when he needs me, what is the value of that relationship? Was there no depth in it? Was it just a time pass for him? Pooja was caught in a web of many such questions and became frustrated. Suddenly, her whole way of thinking changed. She was so confident when Shivshankar was with her, but even when she was in a friendly relationship with Raj, she was haunted by some unknown fear. He must have been explaining things to so many people. Shivshankar was responding to all her needs, being with her, but even with Raj, she could not do this. In the end, social isolation was also a kind of bondage. After that, Pooja began to weigh the relationship between the two without her knowing it. Especially Shivshankar's plate started to feel heavy. Apart from sex and companionship, there are some relationships in marriage that cannot be defined in words. Raj has become her psychological need, but when her relationship with him is not recognized, should she end her relationship with Raj? Should she kill her mind? If so, how will she live? Pooja's mental conflict did not even seem to end. Meanwhile, Shivshankar came into the room and asked, "How are you feeling now? I made soup. Drink it while it is still hot. It feels very good," he said, supporting her and waking her up. Pooja looked intently into his eyes. There was no hypocrisy in those eyes. She was thrilled to find love and affection for herself. But behind the feeling, a sense of ownership was still evident. I have accepted your love. I have become friends with Raj only to fill whatever is lacking in the love between us. Our relationship is an eternal truth, but every relationship is necessary. I promise that even friendship will never be an infringement on your rights in this relationship. You are trying to understand me, Pooja thought to herself as she leaned on Shivshankar's shoulder. I had tightened the bonds of love a little too much. You must be suffocating. I will loosen it a little. Will you forgive me? Shivshankar held her in his arms, saying. If you like this video, please hit the like button and please subscribe to my YouTube channel and also share this video. Thank you for watching.